Hello, welcome to Nezzo's Bad Shop. I'm your host, Nezzo, and I'm here trackside at the Strictly Sideways Club Drift Circuit. And what you're staring in front of you, what the camera's looking at, is the new generation RTR from MST. It's the RMX 2.5 RTR. As we know, the predecessor, the 2.0, has been top of the RTR drift car for rear-wheel drive for some time now. I've reviewed 3 different versions of that, and it's gone very well, and they've done very well, and usually are the favorite amongst all the guys, and whoever I put on, give the radio to on track. Now, about a couple months ago, MST released the new generation version based on the RMX 2.5, and what I'm told is that it's a beast. So we can dive in and take a look at the features, but if we just look at the box right here, we can see that yes, it is derived from the old 2.0, but being a 2.5, there are some changes. The front bulkhead and steering geometry has been optimized. The gyro has been upgraded to the MGX. This previous 2.0, that one over there, has the MGX gyro as well, but that was the last change they did to the 2.0s. So the 2.5 does include that. This is the brushless version. There's 2 versions, brushed and brushless. Don't go for the brush, just get the brushless, it's better. The other main noticeable thing is ESC in the rear right off the hop. You'll notice that ESC has been put to the back, which has been quite a big setup feature of most cars. And from this picture, they are showing a shorty battery pack here inside the chassis, whereas the other cars, the 2.0s, they showed a long pack, such as this, a standard size battery. But yeah, so with that, we are going to cut this box open shortly, but I'm going to go through some of the features, and I'm going to talk about some of the newer things that's on the box, because there's a lot of new sort of stickers thing on the box, because that's an old box underneath the 2.0, but this has the newer car inside of it. Reading just off the list here, yes, they have redesigned the gearbox, and there's pictures on the other side. So you can do RMX or RRX, which means you can do 4-gear or 3-gear transmission modes, move the motor around from the middle of the chassis to the rear, that kind of stuff. High and low motor option, you can move the motor up and down. You can move the servo around much easier than you could before. Yeah, the steering has been optimized, blah, 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 blah. There are still fixed links here and here, but they've optimized the setup at the factory, and it does say that somewhere on the other side of the box. So I'll show you that in a second. The other main sort of things, full ball bearings, oil-filled plastic shocks as per tradition. So nothing's changed there. CVD axles out the rear of the transmission, standard, but it does say new configuration, optimized settings, enhanced performance, easier operation, and yeah, I was told it's a beast. So let me flip over to this one side of the box, because this is the one I chose, the version. This is the MST body. This is an MST body. It's the E30 Rocket Bunny edition, excuse me. Those fenders are pre-molded onto the body. And this was the one I liked the most out of all the offerings, because all the new cars come with MST branded bodies, and I have a couple of them. I have a Mustang, I have a Lambo, and they came out pretty nice. So this one should look pretty good. I don't think it has like the dark black body lines drawn, because the previous car here, you see the body lines? Those were not on the body, but and they're just showing it sitting on the chassis here as if it were magnet mounted, but I don't think this includes magnets at all. I'm pretty sure it does include body posts, I think, but I'm not sure about body pins, so we're going to find out. I got my reamer on standby, I got batteries on standby. We're going to see how long this takes. Once I open it up, how ready to run it is. That's one of the main things. If I have to do like more than say 10 minutes worth of work, I might not film it, might just stop the camera and then restart it once I do it, but otherwise I'll do it right on camera and throw it right on track as per tradition of all of my RTR videos. So if we look at this side of the box, big words jump out. It is an entry-level and professional drift car. And I can tell you, yes, I agree with that, because there's tons of features on this chassis that are easily upgradable, or change the fixed links out for turnbuckles, and we have more tunability. And I have the actual 2.5 RS that has carbon decks and such like that, and that car is quite good. I would call it a beast almost. It's quite good, and it was quite good from the box, even though it has aluminum shocks and a few other more aluminum parts. The 2.5 spec of the RMX is quite good, so I'm expecting big things from this because the 2.0 has always been good and has been slowly refined over time. Now they've done this. Yeah, so here you can see the geometry in the bell crank. Here, not too much has changed, but they did subtle optimizations. I know it because the 2.5 RS works pretty good. Servos moved more further back, not more straight on. It's more in line at the center of the chassis. The gearbox options here, so we have 3 gear or 4 gear. And you can see the difference. One is middle of the chassis, one is out the butt of the chassis. 3 gear, 4 gear. Okay, and new gearbox design. No more of those crappy bevel 90-degree looking gears. Those are terrible, weak, and they were shredded pretty easily under boost. Straight cut gears are much better for standing up to abuse and boost. So that's good. Very good they did that. And they even offer tune-up kits, hop-up kits that you can change out your old transmission to the new one. So that's a big plus. So yes, that's good. And if we move around the chassis, there's the ESC out the rear. Shock tower is pretty much the same. Nothing's really changed too much there, I don't think. Subtle changes. If we're going to do a comparison, I'll do a comparison video side by side after I throw this on track and all that with the other car that's over there. Side by side, compare things, but they're going to be pretty close, but there will be subtle differences, and that's what I like to check out. And the other car is still RTR. I have not changed anything on it, I don't believe, any tuning or anything, so that's still out of box fresh, and that's how this one will remain. And so, judging by all that, I do see a Dean's plug there, so I hope I do see a Dean's plug on this ESC, because there was on all of the 2.0s, I believe, except maybe the very first one that I ever reviewed a couple years ago. But yeah, Dean's plug is good. Any RTR car that comes with the old white Tamiya style plug, pooey. It's 2023, get with the times. Some of the other manufacturers. The MSD knows, so that's at least good to see at Dean's. Yes, so if we rotate the box around, yep, body over there. Eager to see how that looks. Now, here's the other side of the box, which gives some other just sort of quick showy off features, stuff that we've already sort of seen. There's the high motor positioning, dual battery options, like I said, shorty or the long boy. I wonder what it's configured for out of the box. I'm guessing it's a shorty based on all these photos. The brake disc hub and caliper are still there. Nice touch for scale. Always looks good. Rear ESC, as we saw, very nice, and the oil-filled shocks, which more than likely they've tuned or set the preload for us. And here, if you want to do some QR codery and take a look at a driving movie, probably on YouTube, they have, yeah, see how they've highlighted this back half of the car? It's because they've made the weight bias more like this now, more rear bias for traction enhanced, basically, which a lot of car designs are going like this. A lot of conversion kits are putting the ESC and motor in the mid and the ESC out the rear usually. So that's a big thing these days. And most cars, that's pretty much becoming almost a standard setup in terms of performance. So having said all that, we move over to the electronics that it comes with before we cut this thing open. The radio is the same as the predecessor, the 2.0. No change there, 3-channel. Brushless motor. It says here made by Hobbywing, because there's been a few different brands that have been underneath the MST logo here, but now it's by Hobbywing, and Hobbywing is good stuff. And this is the XBL 50 brushless ESC. They've always had a 50 ampere in these things. Brushless sensorless. As I said, don't even bother with the brushed. Go brushless sensorless. A little more power for longer, and will have a little bit more rev power than the brushed as well. So that, and the servo here, it says made by Savox, which is also nice to hear. It's not super high speed, but it does get the job done, and you can definitely push the car around. So it definitely works good for out of the box. The MGX gyro, which I had experience with in the most recent 2.0 version car with the Rocket Buddy Bunny, as I keep mentioning off to the side. So that so far seems to be working good, and yeah, can't complain about that so far. That seems to be all right. When we tested two of these cars side by side, one had the older LSD 3.0 gyro and the other had the MGX gyro, and it was hit and miss. But some people like this car, some people like the other car, and I'm not sure if it came down to the gyro feel or what, but I'll have to change the gyro on the other car and see. And other than that, it says here that it does come with wheels and tires. Yeah, body, tires, body, wheels, tires, all the electronics, everything, except batteries, the AA's and the lipos. But it does say here the car was practice driven. The car was practice driven test by the factory. It is normal for the slight using mark on tires. So yes, so they did do some tests at the MST station somewhere out there. And that's good. That's what we like to see, and that's what the other cars said. So now you know that it's basically good to go, like it's been approved and actually been driven. So having said all that, I think I can cut this open from either side. So I'm gonna just pick this side, and I'm gonna put the camera back over here so that you can see all the magic as I cut this thing open. Right, here we go. Yes, right here. Woo. It's always nice. Okay, let's open this thing up and take a look at what we got inside. Traditional new style boxing. I think I can pull it all really warm. Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We'll do it like this. So far I see the body. Whoa, losing things. Body looks cool. Yeah. No lines done on it, but it is finished pretty nicely already. I can see they've painted black and blue, so that's very nice. They've done some highlighting and some nice paint work there, I can already tell. That's very good. While I lean down there, light buckets. We're gonna take a closer look at this stuff. That's the light buckets and the other body hardware. So this is extra stuff to put on. So the light buckets I won't put on, but some of these other grill stuffs I'll probably put on, because the body is not 100% finished. They're to put the grill on and a few other pieces, but at least the light buckets have been not painted, so that's cool. I can already see that. Now, for the rest of this, let's see. I just want to notice here, this is all taped in, okay? So I'm gonna have to cut this apart. And then we're gonna see how ready to run this is, because I might have to do a little work here. Alright, now, please follow this steps. So there's already a notice here. This is different from the last car I had, and this says, please follow the steps when starting up. Turn on the remote controller, turn on the AC, hold the car 3 seconds to wait for the gyro. Flash, complete the boot up process, and then if you want to adjust it, that's how to adjust it. Okay, so it was already adjusted by the factory, but that's just kind of showing you how to do it. That's good. They're including this as a new thing, so I'm going to hang on to that. That's good. And that's the radio, same as before. No change there. Put that over there. Now we got some literature that fell out the back over here. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yes, literature, books, bumpers, tools, extra stuff. Okay, cool. And other than that, it's just the car. Yeah, so this is how it comes. Okay, so the car is in the box, some paper, and the front wheels are not assembled on the car. This was just like before, the last version, that one, where the wheels were not assembled on the front of the car, so I have to put the wheels on. Not a big deal. We'll just bolt those on. Now, if you're a beginner, you make sure you have the right tools, or some tools, or at least if you're at a track or someone's got some tools that can help you to assemble some of this. That shock's already kind of leaking a little. That's normal as per tradition of plastic shocks. Okay, so I have to put the wheels on, no big deal. MST Gold Dot tires I see though. Gold Dot, CSR, yeah, the old CSRs, they're Goldie Dots. 3mm offset wheels to match the body. It must be a 190 mil. Hopefully it's, well, we'll have to find out. Anyways, yeah, everything is assembled nicely. The receiver's up top, gyro up top, servos down there. Yeah, it looks good. Fit finish looks good. Okay, so body posts are installed in the middle here, and I wonder if that's where the holes are. I can see the dimples there. That's a body post dimple. Where's the one on the rear? It's right back there, so I have a feeling... Oh, that's got to be for a wing. Yeah, there's the other one. See, there's the one dimple hole. Can you see it, kind of? right there. There's one there and there's one over there. So that's where the rear body post will go. I'm gonna just do that. And then that's for a wing or something back there, but they're pre-done. So I'll have to pop the holes, put the wheels on, and yes, it is set for a shorty battery right here. I can see it. So that's set for a shorty. Okay, so that shouldn't take too long. Let's just put the camera down and then we'll do some work here. What do you say? Yeah? Alright, sounds good. Now, we'll get the car ready. Let's see. Move the body out of the way. We'll move this stuff out of the way for now. We'll talk about it in a minute. There's our car. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely rear bias. That's a lot of weight in the rear, like just holding it. Oh yeah. So that should work good. If that don't work good, I'll be dang surprised. Moving boxes around the place. And I have one tire here, one tire over here. There we go. Alright, I'm going to use my old trusty DeWalt Doy. And we're going to do this fast. 7mm nuts. You get to see my face a little bit. A bit of a change. Where did I put my 7mm boy? There it is. So, first thing I guess most of you should do is install the wheel nuts. 7mm wheel wrench will work too, right? I'm just using my thing to save time and save my wrist. And I see here, so I've taken the nut off. There's a spacer there. So what did we say? 3mm plus a spacer. That's 4mm total offset. Okay. So just so you know, this is very similar to the other car as well. So I think the bodies are like 195mm or something. Oh, and make sure your wheel goes onto the hub correctly. I felt it fall off there, right? Right when I tightened it. Well, and make sure it spins freely. It might be a bit wobbly. That's normal. They're plastic. They're not going to be perfect, but they're going to be close. Anyways, it's all right. They'll fix themselves. Just make sure you mount it flush. Yeehaw! Good. See? We're good. This one just a little wobbly. No big deal. Alright, so, and you can see the scuff marks on the wheels, so this car was quickly drive tested. So that means it's been verified. Dean's plug. Love it. Love to see it. So that's good. Nicely laid out, actually, the 2.0. Or sorry, 2.5. Does remind me of the 2.0. And what's that? That's a neat looking link thing. Okay, so that's not like a turnbuckle, but that is adjustable by a set screw. So that's neat. Plastic style steering link, like, it's cool. Could be upgraded to a standard turnbuckle, but at least they've done that. That's nice. They didn't have that on the 2.0, so that's a feature I just noticed. Very nice. Yeah, high hopes. And that looks, yeah, that looks upgraded. The redesigned, yep, the 2.5 spec. Okay, yep, it's good, looks good. So, having done that, we can check the damping now that I got 4 wheels on the car. And this is without a battery, mind you. So let's see. Well, that looks good. Yep. And in the rear, cool. Alright, so I'll need a battery harness as well. I'll have to get one out of my, put the battery here. I need a battery driving harness. Let's put the battery in, shall we? I'm going to use a DS Racing 4000 mAh 100C battery for all the zoom zooms. Looks like you can do adjustments if you want to, because this battery sits in here quite nicely. There's even some extra real estate for it. Good. Okay, so that's that. And we'll put the camera back here. Now, I'll only be able to drive this briefly by myself, one-handed, but I'm going to do my best. But there will be more driving footage. I'm going to hand this off to a number of people tonight, maybe even film their reactions and get them on camera if they're willing. And then we'll shoot it out against, I'm going to try and film shootouts against the 2.0, chase it around with my camera car, and like just all kinds of stuff tonight. So it's going to be busy. So that's that. Now with a battery in it, still feels pretty good. Oh yeah, this looks good. Steering lock check. Yeah, we got some Ackerman there. That looks good. And we're on the stopper, pretty much. That's maximum lock. without it. Yep, so we're on the stopper and we're good. So that stands up to scrutiny, which is good, which means I'm happy because it's reminding me more and more of the old 2.0 in terms of standard kit and performance. Even though I haven't even driven it yet, that just reminds me of, yes, this will work and it should work good. Should we get that in there? So our battery's ready, and the only thing I got to do then is pull this body out, and we'll take a better look at the body here. Oh. Yes. Oh Lord. Be careful when you take the body out of the bag. Oh, look at that. That looks good. Yeah. That looks very good. Heck yes. Very nice. So, if I position this body on the car, the body post holes should be going right where I think they're going. Just move that out of the way. There and there, and then right out the rear, there and there. Yep. Awesome. Okay. So I can pop those on. For the sake of quick driving, I won't worry about putting the front end on the body. Just take it right out on track, but I will add that stuff for the later videos, gimbal footages and stuff like that, which I may include in this video or may make separate. We'll see. Shakedown and what have you. This will be a quick, right out of the box shakedown, but then an actual where I shake it down with other people driving it will probably be on gimbal. Now, having put those things there and put the car like that, diving over into the extra bits and bytes. Oh yeah, here's the body. Ooh. Oh yeah, and I wondered because the body had stickers all over it, and this doesn't have stickers all over it, but the stickers are right here. Full Pandem Rocket Bunny sticker set there. That's very nice. That's the body. You can purchase this separately if you wanted. That's really cool. I'm gonna have to have people help me with this, I think, so we can do this properly. But that's gonna look really nice. And yeah, there's some of the headlight pieces. So that's that. This is a brochure for the 2.5. I should hang this in the shop actually. Once we get a few more of these in, you know, looks good. There's some options. Now that's the 2.5 RS basically options, and I have that chassis, so I know that's a good car. I'm expecting big things from this. And this is what I was looking for. Did we get body pins? That was the one thing did not get. Oh my goodness. Alright. Whoop. There we go. That was the one thing I did not get in the last version of the 2.0 that I purchased, RTR, was body pins. So I had to hunt those down. There's some RMX stickers. Look at all the stickers you get. Oh yes. That's very good. Very pleased with all the stickers. MST has never been bad at their sticker game, that's for sure. They've always provided good stickers. Antenna, the old antenna tubey boy, in case you want that. Front bumper, which I will install because this is an RTR and might turn it into a rental car or whatever, but always put the foamy bumper on to protect your body and the rest of the car. So that's probably going to go on at some point. And yes, so what we have here is this little bag, parts bags, tools, but aside from these body post holder pieces that go on top of the body posts, those screw on with these little screws there, and then you're supposed to get 4 body pins, which are not included. So I remember I made quite a stink about it in the last video, but I'm not going to make a stink about it here because if you don't want to drill holes, that's okay. You could go magnets and preserve the body, and just run magnets and make it look more scale and stuff. Me, with my RTRs, I like to run them on posts. I'm an old school guy. I always love body posts, and in international competition spec, magnets are illegal, so you gotta run body posts. And yeah, it prevents your body from really falling off during competition. I'm just looking through all this literature over here. They give you quite a lot of bits and bytes here. I'm gonna go through all that later on. There's the 2.5 actual manual itself. This is the RTR manual because it's giving you, wow, it gives you quite a lot of good info and stuff. Maybe we'll go through this in another video. That's really nice. Good. Okay, that's very good. I'm very pleased with all this literature. So if you're a brand new drifter, if you're thinking of a RTR, my recommendation has usually always been the 2.0 RTR. It's now going to be the 2.5. Either one, but the new spec 2.5 is definitely worth it already. I haven't even put it on track, but the amount of things you get for the money and fit, finish and all that, very good. The only gripe is if you want to use body posts, there's no pins, but that's okay. Their pins are cheap anyway. Just annoying I don't have them, but not a big deal. Now, actually, if I look over here, oh, no, wait, no, okay, wait. There's 2 body pins in there, but those are for the wing or for the mirror mounts, the mirrors there. So, you know, there's 2 body pins, but that's not enough. No big deal. I have extra pins. We'll make it work. It won't take me long to punch these holes, so let's do that. Let's do that. We should be able to keep going. Okay, so let me punch these holes real quick. Here we go now. Take your body reamer. Get in there. Now, MST's body posts are a little big, so kind of got to drill out the hole a little. Not too much, but a little bit. Okay. One. Second one. It's okay to go slow and take your time and check the size of the hole as you go. I've done this enough, I know the general approximate sizing, so if I check those holes now, okay, right on, so that's 2, right there, already done. And we set up in the window here, so we can do this. Oops. Window. Now there does actually have options here. There's 2 in the window up top here, and there's 2 down here as well. So I mean, if I had the posts mounted out here, I could do that as well. But if I want to put this on another chassis, I could just drill 2 more holes. I don't really care. But some people may not want to drill holes at all, so it just gives you but it gives you the option of multiple post mounting, which is good. Now doing this on a window can be tricky. Just start straight on like this, and then go on an angle downward. Some people are watching me doing this going, oh no, the body. Yeah, these ones aren't that expensive anyway, so I can always get another one if I really want. I'm not worried. Getting the Lexan off sometimes doesn't go your way. Okay, most of that's off. Especially when you're cutting or drilling punching a hole on an angle on Lexan, it gets annoying. Sometimes it doesn't come out very clean, and especially if there's a sticker over the area you're trying to drill your hole. Just drill this straight through first, and then start angling it downward like it's a body post. Eventually you basically cut it on an angle. It's okay. Now you can see there's a bit of fluff in there and the fluff here from the cutting. Just do your best. Skim it back. Don't push, just clean the hole up, both sides. Okay. And that didn't take too long, right? Boom, done. Now that's that. Now we stick it on the car. We should be good. Oh yeah, look at that. Now, fun part. What kind of fitment would we like? Would we like that gangster fitment, or we want that sort of standard car look? We can't slam it because then it won't. The steering won't work as good. But so let's see. In the rear, we'll probably stick it on its very top, like right around there, very top part, and then in the front, we're gonna stick it probably a little more safer. Let's say like 5th hole. So I need 8 body pins if I have them, which I should have somewhere. My OCD wants me to match all 8. It's not going to be possible. As long as I got 8 that work, that's good. I don't even care if they're the same color. Usually I try to make them all sort of the same size. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now we're gonna do this really quick. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the sixth hole because we had about 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Looks good. We'll be able to put that on in the rear. Just move these, flip these around. So yeah, you can use the MST body post pieces if you want. The ones that screw onto here, so you only have to use 4 pins, but I like using body pin on body pin. So with that, that's good. That doesn't touch. We should be good. All right, so we are moments away here from driving the car. Battery has finished charging. So 4 body pins ready to go. The turntable. Let me get the car back on the turntable here. We are gonna have to put batteries into the remote. Okay. So this is just to show you how much work could be or is required to get your 2.5 on track. So since the moment I opened the box to now, I think we've spent about 10-15 minutes from when I opened the box, looking at stuff, figuring stuff out, figuring out what we had to do, and then doing it. And now I'm at the point where I got the body mounted on, body posts. The battery is in the car. My batteries are in the radio. Okay, we got the batteries in the radio, 4 AA's, right? Turn the radio on. Yeah, we got a blue light, so we're good. This should already be bound, calibrated, and everything, because it was already driven at the MST station. So, we'll pop the body off. I'm going to connect the battery up here. You see this? Okay. See what we're doing here? The big guy right there is the positive. Positive, positive. Yoink. We're in. Okay. Now, I'm going to put the car, make this turntable. Let's make this turntable stable. Lock it down so the car's gyro can stabilize. Okay. Ready? Fire in the hole. Beep, beep. And the gyro has now set. We should have steering on the radio. Oh yeah, we should have gyro. Gyro's in effect. Good. We're doing good here. Okay, so let's install the body. And after we install the body, we can go driving. I won't be able to do really full laps, but I'll drive it as much as I can here until I get the other guys in-house later today. All right, so that's that. We've got steering, we've got throttle, drag brake enabled as per tradition, forward, brake, reverse, yep. All right, well, let me get the car on track, and then I'll pick the camera back up, so give me a minute here. Car is going on track. Yeehaw. All right, there it is. You see the car is on track. I got my radio in one hand. Here we go now. All right. As I go one-handed through a circuit I've never even tried yet. Well, actually, geez, this thing is pretty dang good. Oh, wow. 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 Okay, and I'm only really saying wow because I'm doing this one-handed, and usually I can only do this with my own cars, and okay, to pull a $600, some $600 car, whoops, to pull it out of the box and to throw it around like this, one-handed, dang near running walls, is kind of like, what? Look at it. It shifts on well. The gold tires seem to work okay on our track. You'll notice the gyro working because I'm only using one thumb, but look at this. I'm just hammering this around. No joke. This is one-handery, look. One hand. Yeehaw! But you too can do it with one hand. Look at apexing, apex. Come on, oh yeah. My goodness. Yeehaw! Send it. Oh. First spin out. Okay, I'm very impressed. Very impressed. Very, very impressed. Look at this, even casually, you heard me hammering the throttle, but look, even if I just casually boot it around. Oh, that's me. Yeah, just casually booting one-handed. Whee! Oh, right on the wall. Pump throttle, smooth. Oh, man. Oh. It's very controllable. Like, and I mean even with one hand. This is great. We're gonna have fun thrashing this around. I tell the boss we gotta order a few more in, because yeah, these new versions, I was told it's a beast. Yeah, this thing jams. Like this is noticeably more than the 2.0. I mean, the 2.0 is good and has been good for time. The 2.5 now, yeah, this is the new generation RTR. Right now, this is the new benchmark. This is the new benchmark for RTR. Look at that! Oh yeah, I don't need to drive it much more. This is just mint. Everyone else is gonna love this tonight. That's a beast with a shorty installed. Very good. Very impressed. Very, very, very impressed. Where's the manual here so I can throw it down for a quick finish of this? Yeah, 2.5 RMX RTR. Very, very good. I'm very impressed. We're definitely shooting it out between the other cars and all that stuff. This right now for me is the new benchmark RTR. There was another RTR that released a couple days ago. You may have heard about it. It's from Red Cat, and I got to play with it before its official release. But having said that, I'll do videos on that later. Just wanted to pop that in there. However, this right here, the RMX 2.5 RTR, this is right now the new benchmark for rear-wheel drive 1/10 scale RC drift cars in RTR form. This right now is the new benchmark. I'm saying it right now. It's my new favorite. Until the other manufacturers can get their cars to feel like this out of the box. Yeah. Right now, the only thing that comes close is its predecessor, the 2.0, and after that it's the Yokomo YD2 RTR, and then we'll see later on how the Red Cat fares, but don't think the Red Cat will be anywhere as close to this out of the box. Yeah, in terms of direct comparison, I don't think so. May have some nice features, but no, this also has really nice features, and this works amazing, so I'm very impressed. If you're thinking about getting one, do it. There's lots of body styles. It runs great, as you just saw, and I was chucking it around one-handed with minimal effort, so it's going to be fun for the guys to thrash this around tonight and really give me their opinion. Lots more filming to come, and yeah, this has been quite a long out of box, but I think it was only from the time I cut the box open, which is over there now. From the time I cut the box open, oh yeah, look at that MST. From the time I cut the box open, I mean, it was about what, 10-15 minutes till I was on the track. So it's pretty much ready to run. All I did was drill the holes so I could run the posts real quick. Quickest way to get the body on. Didn't even put this stickers on the body, just threw it on track. Put charged batteries in the radio and the car, turned it on and went. So, oh, and installed the 2 front tires. So install the 2 front tires, drill the body post holes, and send it. And so good to go. So yes, yeah, if you're thinking of getting one, do it. It's my recommendation currently for RTR spec, and it will probably be the top dog for some time unless something or some other cars come along and up their game. But for now, this is the benchmark for the RTRs, and yes, I love it. So expect more of this and in shootouts and all that other kind of stuff, and maybe even if I do the like I was thinking of the So You Think You Can Drift super budget spec class handout car where we're just 2 of these things. This would be what I'd use now instead of 2 2.0s, these 2 2.5s, I think. So that's that. Let me know if you got one or you're thinking of getting one. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, this is definitely the way to go if you're thinking of RTR right now. Lots of body offerings, and it drives mint out of box, like really good, and not even on our preferred track tire. But yes, let me know what you think. We'll chat about it, and more videos to come. Expect good things, expect more challenges and whatever. Yes, can't rave about this thing enough. I'm so happy. I was really excited about it, and my expectations were met and exceeded, so that's great. Now more things to do around the track, but yes, yes, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and more to come. And yes, bye now.